Welcome back, Fantasy Showboys Week 7. Let's jump right in, recap Week 6. First game I want to talk about was the closest matchup of the week. This was the matchup between Corey and Peter. Peter obviously was in first place, Corey in second place. Now this one came down to the nightcap, Cardinals-Dodgers. Corey Seager did his best to try to sneak out a win for Corey, his namesake. 2 home runs from Seager, but it wasn't enough. Final score of that one was 775 for Jabroni Squad, 746 for Corey. Needless to say, it was not a good night for Corey.
Hey guys, this is Beth, Corey's wife. He had a really hard time accepting the fact that he lost this week, and he knew that he had to make a video, so I decided to help him out. He decided to drink a little too much, and he just really hasn't accepted the fact that he lost yet. Babe? Babe? You need to accept the fact that you lost.
I didn't lose.
You did.
I didn't lose. I did not lose.
You drank a lot, and it's all over your
I
shirt.
didn't lose.
You lost. But it's okay. Just take this shot
I didn't lose.
and just forget about everything. Okay?
This?
Mm-hmm. And it'll be good.
I didn't lose. If I did, I'm gonna outdoor Jeremy next week. I can tell you that.
Thank you, Beth, for lending a hand to your man Corey there. He obviously is in need of some assistance. He has dropped 2 in a row after starting the season unexpectedly at 4-0. The good news for him is Manny Machado is now shortstop eligible. So Corey now has Machado, Corey Seager, and Francisco Lindor, all shortstop eligible. So he's got a good core there in his infield. So hopefully he can turn it around. But Peter, on the other hand, just keeps on rolling.
What's up, fantasy people? Coming in with a late car video here. Got a lot of things going on this week. We're going to regional playoffs for college baseball. If we win, we go to the College World Series, Cal Poly Pomona, Division II. But yeah, we're having a really good year, and this is my last year playing college baseball, so I'm pretty excited for that. But fantasy-wise this week, obviously I got a good win last week against Corey. Great matchup, Corey. You got a bright future. Your team's really good, and you're surprising all of us still. 4-2. Don't give up. I think you're going to be in the playoffs this year. Other than that, I mean, Mookie Betts coming in clutch for me, and I probably would have lost last week if it wasn't for me picking up 3 closers that last day. So, but anyway, big win. It wasn't too deserving considering, I mean, a lot of people put up more points than me. I just put up more points than who I was playing and kind of snuck one out. But hey, that's what you got to do sometimes. Obviously, huge matchup this week. Probably going to be the matchup of the week against Eric. You know, every time we play, it's usually really close down to the wire. He beat me up last year, including knocking me out of the playoffs. So kind of want to get back at him this year. But obviously, you know, I am undefeated, but losing this week would kind of set me back just because I would only be 1 game up. And, you know, I want to have that tiebreaker in case something happens, and having a 3-game lead instead of a 1-game lead would be huge. So obviously, huge week for me here. Big week for me in normal baseball, not fake baseball, but hey, I don't really call this fake baseball considering it takes up a lot of my time. So yeah, big week for me in both fantasy and real baseball, so excited for that. Good luck to everybody this week, except for Eric. Not good luck to you, man. Just for this week, not good luck to you. And also for trades, if anybody wants to know, I have a surplus of second baseman, shortstop. Neil Walker, Gene Segura, Ben Zobrist, Addison Russell. I've got a ton of outfielders. If anybody is looking for depth that's rebuilding and wants to give up a star player, hit me up. I want to get rid of a mass of people for one big name, man. So if somebody is interested in that, hit me up, text me if you have everybody's got my number in the group chat, so text me, figure it out, and let's get a deal done, because that's what I'm looking to do. So I'm just putting that out there for everybody to hear. So other than that, good luck, and we'll see you next week. We'll see what happens.
Is anyone else just disgusted that Peter, the huge Chicago Cubs fan, is there wearing a Green Bay Packers hat? Just a slap in the face to every Chicago fan. But he's undefeated, so he can pretty much do whatever he pleases. He previewed a big matchup this week against Bardo. That's going to be huge, positioning for playoffs, as he talked about. So we'll jump right into that. But as promised, we did have a little field trip this week to Coors Field. The commissioner, Bartosik, and I, on Friday night, caught a Mets game over at Coors against the Rockies. And I just wanted to let you know, not only am I a fantasy baseball legend, I'm a legend in life. So check out this video. All right, it's Crony here with Bardo.
What's up?
The commish over here at Coors Field. We got some free tote bags.
Free tote bags.
All right.
Quality.
And please explain what you just witnessed.
I've been around this game a long time. Okay. I've seen a lot of cool catches. I just witnessed the coolest catch in probably the history of the game from the other side of the field. I was watching BP from left field. Cody was standing over there above the scoreboard in right field. And wearing these green shorts, you can't miss them. In midair, catches the fucking ball in the bag, literally just like that. There it is. Caught a home run BP ball in a tote bag. In a tote bag. Now, how do you do that? People over there were talking about the guy over there. And I picked up the phone and I was like, did I just see what I thought I saw? Man, that was epic.
That's how we do it, Fantasy Showboys. This one in the bag. Fantasy Showboys. Not sponsored by MLB Network.
Fantasy Showboys do not mess around. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Stay tuned. We got more.
That's right, Fantasy Showboys caught this ball in this bag at the Rockies game last Friday night. I'm thinking next game I go to, I'm gonna catch one in my trophy here. So, all right. If you've ever been to a game with Bardo, you know what happens after batting practice.
Bardo trying to get autographs. There he goes. There he is, pedophile, in the crowd. All these kids.
So the pitching matchup Friday night was John Gray for the Rockies and Matt Harvey for the Mets. So we wanted to send a little good vibes Stevens way when we saw Harvey pitching in the bullpen.
Crony and Bardo coming at you from Coors Field, where Harvey's about to fuck up the Rockies.
Just a bit outside. You better hope this goes well for you. You need a second win in the season, man. You better hope he does well.
Oh, I think he's ready. And pop! There goes the elbow.
No, Matt Harvey did not blow out his elbow warming up for the game. After the game started, we sat on the third baseline. There's not a lot of people there, so we went down there. Bardo was heckling Michael Conforto and Trevor Story since they were on the Weiss guys. So here's a little clip of that.
By the way, Conforto up the bat. Long ballers near strikeout. Yeah, there we go. -2. We got 3 more coming later, Scott.
So Conforto went down swinging in his first at bat. Here's how Trevor Story did in his first.
Trevor Story versus Matt Harvey. Both great at strikeouts. Long ballers live with the Kokamish. Trevor. Sit down, Trevor.
He struck out.
Imagine that. Struck out.
That was the last time Bardo was happy during that game. Conforto ended up getting a triple and Story ended up with 19 points that game. So Bardo was not happy at all. He had a brilliant idea of trying to get people to interview and give their takes on fantasy baseball and the fantasy Showboys, but he ended up being a complete embarrassment due to his frozen yogurt.
We're here on the rooftop. We literally walked the whole stadium. Bardo still hasn't eaten his frozen fucking yogurt. It's 25 degrees now. And I don't know, he's the liability now. He's like a kid. He wants to take it home with him. So he's got a kid cup. He's got a helmet cup. We're gonna try to interview some people for Fantasy Showboys, but I'm fucking embarrassed to be standing next to him and his fucking souvenir cup of frozen yogurt. No one will know who I am this way. Yes, still a douche.
I shit you not, he walked around with that frozen yogurt for about 25 minutes. The only reason it didn't melt is because it was fucking freezing cold outside. So, anyways, nature called, and Bardo had to go take a shit. And since I'm not a little kid, I told him that I wasn't going to hold his frozen yogurt. So he puts it on the freaking ground outside of the bathroom. And he thinks he's going to get it back. So here's what happened.
Somebody throw up?
Yeah. Now you have to eat your garbage ice cream. He's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. Will he do it?
I'm not gonna eat that. What happened to it?
Nothing. It's just been on the ground for like 3 minutes. Oh, garbage ice cream. Garbage pallet. Garbage pallet. Forever unclean.
So yes, Bardo's girlfriend, please take note of that. He has a garbage pallet. He is forever unclean. He eats ice cream off of the fucking ground at Coors Field. So just be careful. If you end up getting herpes or something, it's probably why. So to wrap it up, Bardo was freaking pissed. He was ranting and raving on his way out of the stadium. I got a little bit of it on video.
Scott Martin is pissing me off.
Okay.
Whole, like,
tell me
Trevor
about
Story, Scott Martin, Michael Conforto bullshit. It's really kind of just getting to me. It's really just kind of getting to me.
Your jacket.
Yep. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Excuse me. What do you guys think?
Scott Martin, Trevor Story.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
The Scott Martin antics with Trevor Story.
This guy's going off Scott Martin.
You're a Mets fan. You probably don't like the Rockies anyway.
You hate Scott Martin, right?
You don't like Scott Martin, right?
Nobody likes Scott Martin. John Gray's first win. Nobody likes Scott Martin. Ladies, nobody likes Scott Martin. Please say that. Exactly.
Nobody likes Scott Martin.
Nobody likes Scott Martin. Scott.
Beep boop, beep beep, beep boop. Scott, I am so sorry, man. We had to edit what I was saying there for YouTube. We never would have had this video on there. Bardo got in my head, as he did with all of the fans, as you can see there. Those ladies really have it against you. I don't know what you did to them, but they really dislike you, Scott. So you might want to clean up your act. That would be great. Hey, the good news for Bardo, even though that night went shitty, Scott took the lead, Bardo came back and ended up beating Scott to finish out the week. Final score was the Long Ballers 887, Wise Guy 785. Here's a much happier Eric Bartosik.
Yes, we are. How we doing, guys? Commish coming at you. Just came off of a massive win from Scott. Speaking of Scott, he's really inspired me in this video to do some cooking clinics, which I'm going to do here. I'll get into that recap here a little bit. I got Peter coming up. This is kind of this will be a fist fight. This will be great. I'm going to try to see if I can derail Peter with his team coming up. It's pretty freaking good. I'm going to start my cooking here. You know, Rizzo's scary. He's freaking left Addison Russell on his bench for a few home runs. And just, you know, he could be even better. Zobrist is killing it. Arenado's fucking scary, as we know. But let's see, Scott's week. I mean, he wasn't too shabby. He just kind of pulled away there at the end. Led the league with home runs. Had 20 home runs this week. 20 home runs. 60 RBIs. You know, so the long ballers starting to hit those long balls. Scott, thank you so much for the cooking inspiration. Adam Jones and Todd Frazier this week went freaking off. I mean, just fucking bananas. Adam Jones, 114 points. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Todd Frazier, 110. I will take that all day. Man. Thank you again for the inspiration. Now I will admit, last week when you came out of the oven, I 110% thought that was going to be a Jew joke. I'm not lying. But hey, kept it classy, just like me. So, I'm excited that my team's getting here, getting the points going. Second in the highest points with the league last week. That's good momentum going to play Peter. Miggy's hit bombs back-to-back weeks. Back-to-back games. And so has Grit. So, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully my boy Toddy Fraze keeps having my back. And thank you for Adam Jones. He's just, I'll take it. I guess he was just waiting to play his old team, and he just started getting a little spicy. So, man, it's coming out pretty good. It smells fantastic, especially with a little sweat from the run. This is a masterpiece. If you need the ingredients, just let me know. Some of these are kind of hard to find, I know. Secret recipe at home, man. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Scott, don't take anything we did this week personal. It's all in good fun. Love you, buddy. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone else has another recipe we can cook. This is, I guess, the Long Baller sensation meal tonight. I don't know. But hey, good luck, Peter. Let's see how that goes. Mish out.
Now, Scott's cooking videos are fun. I think Bardo just took it a little bit too far, but I am glad to see he's got some color now, using the mustard to give himself a good base. So, Bardo coming off a big win. Scott's got a tough loss. Here are his thoughts.
Wise guys checking in for the week. Sorry, guys. I'm exhausted. I've been destroyed by a sprinkler system this whole week, trying to get that up and running. Can't seem to get it going. And then Eric also beat me, destroyed me. One of my best friends just beat me like a child. Like I said, the sprinkler system at my house kind of went haywire. Every time I thought we had it fixed, kept going. So, a long week for the wise guys. Long week. Anyway, let's see. To recap, Eric had two guys just go bananas. One, Adam Jones, putting up 114. The other, Todd Frazier, putting up a 110. Other than that, his team was not very good. Not stable. Those two guys just went crazy. And Eric, I believe, put up the second highest points in the league, so congratulations, sir. You won fair and square. It was close till Sunday. Then Eric went off again. I had two pitchers even going. Neither of them were able to get quality starts. He just had some great performances. His pitching staff wasn't great this week. Hamill, I think, was his best pitcher. But when you have two guys go up over 100, that's going to be tough to beat any week. So, Wise Guys is sitting in fourth place, 3-3. Hey, if I end the season in fourth place, I'm fine, because I'm in the playoffs, and that's all that matters. Oh, let's see. On my team, some guys who had decent weeks. My top scorer was Altuve at 88. Again, Jose Altuve just proving that he's one of the greatest players in fantasy baseball history ever. Other than that, Trevor Story put at 52. So he's still doing pretty well. McCutcheon, 48. Pitchers for me is where I kept close with Eric. If I didn't have some of my pitchers go off this week, it wouldn't even been close. Let's see. Chris Sale put up 45 and Kershaw put up 59. So two huge performances from them. They both only went once this week, so that was pretty big. Other than that, congratulations, Eric. Me and Eric go back. He started the league. I joined, I think, 2 years later. Great decision. Let's see. Times me and Eric have shared. We lived together for a year in college. That was a good time. Played a lot of Call of Duty. but he beat me like a redheaded stepchild this week. So congratulations, Eric. You earned it. You're in third place. Actually, I think you're in second place. You and Home Plate Collision tied, I believe. So where it is, Eric's got a pretty good team. Made a big trade. I didn't have my reaction from that trade because I'd already made my videos when that went through last week. So Eric sent Edwin Encarnacion, Scherzer, and Felix Hernandez to Jeremy for Josh Donaldson. I think Eric won the trade, but I'm a little biased because I'm probably the biggest Edwin Encarnacion hater there is around. I think he's really overrated. He's old. Next year he'll only be a DH. That's really hard to play. And after Eric got Felix Hernandez, you all saw that I didn't think that was a very good trade for Eric because I didn't think Felix had the same stuff anymore. His fastball's dropped down below 90. I don't think he's yet to register a quality start. So Eric lost those two pieces and gained Donaldson, who's legitimate top 5, probably top 3 fantasy baseball third baseman. He's got 2 now in the top 5 with Frazier and Donaldson, so he can easily flip one of those guys. So smart trade by Eric. Jeremy's stacking up on pitching. Interested to see how that goes. I don't think anyone's ever won the league with just stellar pitching. Usually hitting comes through, but Jeremy's kind of taking a new tactic, and you know what? Crony did that for 3 years in a row and won it 3 times. So Jeremy, best of luck. Let's see. Going into this week, I got X Factor, so I'm on bye. If anyone needs me, I'll be doing nothing because this is a very easy week for me. X Factor's team is not very good. I expect a big win, and I hope I get it. Nice to be above 500 again. Then we make our rounds for round 2 of the players, so I think this is the last matchup where the teams haven't played each other yet, and we're going from there. Things I'm looking forward to this week are not facing Todd Frazier and Adam Jones. Other than that, not much going on. Looking for some trade activity. Again, I have D. Gordon. If anyone would like him, I'm interested in hearing. He's not going to cost you much, so if you're feeling like your team's out of it and you think, hey, let's take advantage of Wise Guys who has D. Gordon sitting on the bench because he's suspended for roughly 50 more games, I'm your guy. Other than that, feel free to send me any trades you might like. It's been fun league. Wise Guys out.
Scott, I'm sorry to hear about your sprinkler system. Hopefully you get that fixed. But we miss Funny Scott. I don't like seeing you so down and depressed. So either get a win or cheer up, man. We need to see you happy and funny and not so depressing. Next matchup I want to talk about, the Hebrew Hammer and Jeremy went head-to-head against Steven and just a bit outside. Steven prevailed 837 to 774. No video from Jeremy this week, so let's jump right into Steven on his victory.
What's up, boys? Another good week in the books. Thank you, Xander Bogaerts and George Springer.
What are you doing?
I'm doing my segment! God damn it.
Uh-oh, a little trouble in paradise for Steven. I think we should give him a second chance. Here's Steven, take 2.
Hey, guys. Sorry about last week missing the video. I tried to make one, but every time I did, it always just ended up in tears crying, and I can't have that out on social media or on YouTube, whatever the fuck we're on. So, anyway, but this week came up with a big win against Jeremy. Jeremy put up a good fight the last day, putting up over 200 points. But Xander Bogaerts and George Springer, both of them had huge weeks, had good pitching. So, really happy about the win. Side note, Jeremy and I are working on a trade. Looks like it's about to be done. So, I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for you guys to see it and kind of get you guys' feedback. I think with this upcoming trade, I'm going to be able to shore up my pitching. And then also get rid of a struggling bat that's on my team where I actually don't even have anywhere to put him. So, I'm really excited about that. This week I got Bernie. Bernie's been picking up some steam lately. I mean, Crony gave him a gem as a team, and he struggled out of the gate, but I think he's starting to pay more attention to his team and ready to go. So, Bernie, I hope you don't give me the clap and make me feel the burn this week. So, you guys have a good rest of your week, and go fantasy baseball.
So there's Steven, still clawing his way back into legitimacy at a 2-4 record. Needed that win. He needs a lot of wins strung together here to get back into playoff contention. So again, nothing from Jeremy this week. Last matchup. This is the ass kicking of the week. This was put down by X Factor on Bernie. So the X Factor beat the 64 Phillies non-champions 896 to 685. X Factor's first win of the season, and he shockingly doesn't even show up. No video from Jay this week. Bernie, we know the situation there, so Bardo went out looking for his dad.
I'm on my way for the wild Bern hunt, trying to see if we can find ourselves a Bernie.
I'm here in the wild Bern's natural habitat, seeing if we can find them. See what we can do. This looks like it'd be a good spot to find them. See in here. Go Penguins. No. Not in his office. Not in his office. There's only 2 to 4 of these in the world, pun intended, on that record.
What? What are you doing?
Getting closer.
What?
Oh my god, it's a wild Bern! We found one!
What?
Alive! Is he checking? No, no fantasy baseball. We found one! A wild Bern! He lives!
So we found the wild Bern. Good to know he's doing well. That video is funny because he just kept saying what. Honestly, at 2-4, Bernie as well as Steven and Jeremy are only a game out of playoff contention. And X Factor at 1-5, 2 games out of playoff contention as it stands right now. So still a tight race, lots to be sorted out. We're going to jump right in and preview our Week 7 matchups. All right, our matchup of the week. This one is an absolute no-brainer. Undefeated Jabroni squad, Peter, taking on Bardo and the Long Ballers at 4-2. This one is going to be a hell of a matchup. This is the best match of the week by far, based off of record. So lots of things to sort out. Will Peter get his first loss, or will he just keep on rolling? The next matchup, we have Home Plate Collision and Corey, 4-2, taking on Hebrew Hammer and Jeremy, 2-4. Like I said, these 2-4 teams, they are not out of it. So Corey's sitting pretty with a nice cushy playoff spot right now. But if he keeps losing, that could fade pretty quickly. X Factor, 1-5, coming off his first win of the season, taking on Wise Guys and Scott. Scott just lost to Bardo. He's sitting at 3-3. This could be a good matchup if X Factor pulls his head out of his ass, keeps his winning streak at 1 going. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Last matchup, just a bit outside, and Steven taking on Bernie and the 64 Phillies non-champion. Both teams sitting at 2-4. So lots of things to sort out this week. Close matchups as we stand here on Wednesday. We'll see what happens.
I got this one in the bag.